Welcome, welcome. Chris here with the trades back with another look at the markets. Um, been a pretty wild few weeks and even months in the market. We have a big push here. We're looking at SPY, big push through the early part of the year. Obviously, a pullback, trying to reclaim those highs again, rejecting, coming back down, wicking back down at this level here, and then push back up. And it does look like it's about to roll over for sure. I got some levels marked here on the SPY. I'd like to see what it wants to do here at this lower level this week. Probably more interested actually to see it push back up into these moving averages. You got the 9 and the 5 here, this purple and yellow line on the chart, how they're converging to a point and pointing down. I'd like to see it probably push back up into those moving averages for the push back down and the move back down. Probably be more interested in that. Nevertheless, still looking at some longs. Uh, they're few and far between here. Obviously, we got a big sell off on most of the stocks, but I got some big boys for you. Look that I'm looking at here for the week ahead that look like they're potentially ready for an ad for the move back up. So the first one on the list, AMD. I'm looking at AMD. I've been very bullish. I've been trading this one, buying the lows, pushing and selling into these highs. Took another ad here. I'm gonna be looking for another ad as well if it wants to come down into this lower level here, maybe down to this lower wick. I'd be a buyer into this range, see where we open on Monday. But it looks like if it's going to pop, this would be a potential opportunity for it to do so. Stochastic is nice and low, still in this uptrend, and it moved it down and then closed up. It looks like on Friday, so did take a move up. Looking to see if maybe we get some continuation on the AMD chart. So AMD looks good. Like I say, we're going to see where we open on Monday. Risk wise, pretty wide down into this range is about 10 or 12%. But then again, so is the move back up potentially the same. So I'm liking AMD potentially for a move back up and an add. Also looking at Berkshire, another big boy. It's been ranging for a while. Started to turn bullish. We got a pullback and a push. It did come slamming back down on Friday. So see where we open on Monday. But this one meets my criteria. Stochastic nice and low. See if it wants to turn risk wise down to this level, 2 or 3%. Probably be a holding and moving or adding into this level here. But much beyond that, I'm probably not interested. But we'll see where we want to move on Monday. See what we do with Berkshire as well. Also on the list is none other than MU Micron. Obviously, it's been trending up like a lot of these chips, but then a pullback as we've seen on them as well as of late. So I've been adding to this on the pullback, taking profits on the pops, looking real good here. This is a real tight stop on this one. I'm going to be a buyer into at least this range down to about here at 12%. The chart is super deceiving because of these big moves. But I would be a buyer into about this range here. I'd like to see it hold, frankly, this natural level of support, just where where this green line and trend area sort of is designated on the chart. We got a high back here, so that makes some sense. So I'd like to see it move back up into this range here. It's got a lot of room to run if it wants to make and sort of hitting up on these highs as that it hit previously. We could see a 30% move potentially. So I'm liking this risk reward on MU. Also looking at the Russell 200, we got a trend up and a bullish move. It's been making higher highs. It came down, hit off this wick down here from a few days back, and it moved back up again. So is it going to keep trending up? Who knows? But this looks good to me. Also looking at a bit of a divergence on the stochastic. It's trending down, though the chart is trending up. So I like that. It's got a lot of room to come down still. For me, I'd be a buyer into this range, probably down to this lower wick back here. I'd be a buyer into this range, 5 or 6% for the move back up. Additionally, looking at J&J, another big boy, had pushed, ranged for a while, looking like it was going to turn bearish, but held. Now it's turned bullish again. A big push and a pullback. This is what I'm looking at. Looks like earnings just came out and potentially a beat there, as designated by the green marking there. And it looks like the stochastic is bouncing off this lower level, turning. So we'll see where we want to open on Monday. Obviously, I think I'm going to be looking at risk first, down to about this range or so. Got this high up here, back here. So I'm going to be a buyer into at least that range. Probably take it down to about here, 7 or so% for the move back up. See where it wants to open on Monday. And finally, another big one, Dell. Super strong of late. Big gap, pullback, Does it want to fill this gap? Potentially. And if it does, I'm going to be a buyer into that range as well, down to about here. That's about 20%. So super deceiving on the chart, but that's what the chart is saying. Although I wouldn't be surprised to see it come down and test this lower level from this wick from previous, and a move back up would be great. So looking at Dell as well. So a lot of volatility, a lot of opportunities. Obviously, the market is looking like a downtrend to me, but still in that, if that would be the case, there's still opportunities. These are the six or so that I'm looking at for the week ahead. Happy trading.